Hello guys. Good to see you. Another new day, another new platform for us to explore. Today, we are going to explore and walk through a new platform that allows us to create these really cool applications and games on Android. I am guessing that all of you know about Android? Android is the world's most popular mobile platform. If you have a phone around you, chances are high that it is an Android phone. First things first. Let us walk through the platform once, before we dive in. Today, we will be exploring and making ourselves familiar with App Inventor, which is the platform on which we will be working. It is recommended that you use Google Chrome when you are using App Inventor. In case you do not have Google Chrome on your computer, go to Google and search for download Google Chrome. Click on the first link to download and install the Google Chrome browser. It's a simple and quick process, takes less than a minute. Once Chrome is installed, or if you already have Chrome, open the Chrome browser and log into your Gmail account. Once again, if you do not have a Gmail account, creating one is an easy and quick process. You just need to search for Gmail on Google, and the first search result will be Gmail. Just follow the simple steps on your screen, and email setup should be done in less than a minute, and then you are all set. If you have a Gmail account already, then you just need to log in. Once you have logged in, open a new tab on Google Chrome, and search for App Inventor. The first result shows us the App Inventor website. We click on the link and we are on the home page of the App Inventor website. A little bit about the App Inventor platform before we begin. The App Inventor was developed as an open-source resource by Google, and is now maintained by MIT. MIT is Massachusetts Institute of Technology, a top university in the United States. Maybe you'll go study there someday? Coming back to the platform, on the top right-hand corner, you have Create Apps, the bright orange button. There's where all action lies, so let's go inside. As you click on it, the page will ask you to choose a Gmail account, from which you will have to log in to the App Inventor website. All the data of the applications which you create on App Inventor will be saved in your Google account, so that's a pretty neat and convenient thing. Follow the quick process, and accept the terms of service of the App Inventor website to finish the process. There may be a couple of pop-ups, which may appear. You can close them. Here, explore and look around this page a little bit, so that you get a hang of it. This is the dashboard, which is like the control room for App Inventor. We have options to create new projects, or delete existing ones. In the Connect tab, you have the option to use an emulator, which is a software that helps you to test an app. Normally, we suggest that you test your app on an Android phone, as that is the best way to test. But in case you do not have an Android phone or tablet handy, the emulator is a good option. It emulates a funny old-fashioned phone screen on your computer, which lets you test the app on your computer screen. As we go along, we will explore more about how the emulator works. Now to start off, we will click on the Start New Project button on the left top corner. We get to name our project in the pop-up here. As we are just looking around for now, let's name this one, Demo. And, we click on OK to create the project. So, this here is the main screen. This is where all the magic happens. Explore this screen and look around a bit. It's important to get familiar with this screen well, as this is where we will be spending a lot of our time. In the middle is the mobile screen, also called the viewer, which we need to design for our app. On the left side of the screen, you have these multiple options for the user interface, such as buttons, date picker, labels, image, list picker, and others. As you go down, we have options for layouts, media, animations, maps. Look at each of them, to see what they have to offer. These are already made elements for us, so it makes our job much simpler and quicker. What makes App Inventor so great, is that it allows us to just drag something from the left here, and drop it on the screen. It's a simple drag and drop function, that allows us to design apps in an easy, fun and quick manner. You see this button here? I am just going to drag it and drop it on the screen here. See, that's how simple it is. Easy peasy. Now once I have dropped it on the screen, I can do many things with the button. If we see on the right side, there are these multiple options, which let us change and customize this button that's on the screen. We can change how it looks, what it says, color or size of the button, the font size. Take a look at the options and see how you can play around while designing your button. For anything that you drag and drop on the screen in the middle, App Inventor gives you options on the right side. Why don't you explore this screen a little more? I am going to rest for a bit. That was refreshing. Now let's get back to our walkthrough. If we look at the top right corner, you can see this button named Blocks. This is the Blocks editor, and this is the other important part of App Inventor. Let's take a tour and walk through this as well. When we click on this, it takes us to the Blocks editor page, where we can apply ready-made and pre-programmed blocks of code to our app. Don't worry if that sounds a little confusing. It's quite simple actually, and you will realize that when we create our first app, we can add the programming that we want by the same drag and drop functions. Just like playing a puzzle. Look at the built-in options available on the left here. There are a whole lot of functions that we can use here, and as we go along, we are going to go over a lot of the popularly used programming blocks as we start building our apps. Once you feel that you are done making your app, there are these different methods here to save and import the app. This build button here builds the app, and then you can use the different methods to import the app. As we go along and make the different apps and games, we will be using various methods to test out our apps. I hope you found this walkthrough useful and you will get more familiar with the various parts of the platform here. We will be starting our first project in the next level, so I will see you there. I hope you are excited to get started.